Yeah?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, so this is not normally an entrance to the well, but let's go ahead and walk through this way. It's a good spot to begin. So because we don't normally use this room or that door, this room is kind of a side room that has a window into the main area. We set this aside for like a counseling room and an area where we're able to have case management, and then other people who come in who do clinics or HIV testing or that kind of thing, we can share this with other agencies as like a little office because there's no traffic that way. People can enter right in through here. And so this is our main family room. Basically, this is our main offering that we have on a day-to-day basis. We're open Monday through Friday, 10 to 2. The shutters are down because we're closed right now. But typically what we'll do is we'll open up 10 a.m., a bunch of people will be waiting out front, and we'll come in. So in a city that isn't the most hospitable, to put it lightly, to people that are on the streets, and it's kind of illegal and you're not really allowed to be anywhere, we ask that, we try to create this oasis of hospitality, a place for people to come and make themselves at home on a regular basis. So we do what we can to have some nice furniture, kind of a place that really honors them. It's a lot like a family room, a place that gives dignity. People will just come in here, take a nap, sit and read the paper, drink their coffee. These tables over here will always have kind of coffee and snacks, and on a day-to-day basis, like when someone visits your house, you might serve lunch or whatever. So we're not like a meal site during the day, but we try to always have something, some kind of an offering. And so like today I think we had 88 people come through. So it'll just be over the course of 4 hours through the day. This place will just be alive and filled with people, kind of whether they're here to get some groceries or here to take a nap or here to just get in some AC. So we'll kind of hang out in here. Then this is an extension. This is the front desk where everyone will check in. All we ask for is a name. We don't ask for proof of poverty or anything like that, but we'll just ask, what's your name and welcome and make yourself at home. And then if anyone needs anything, we just try to keep a record, so we'll weigh the groceries that go out and that kind of thing. This is an extension to that. We just set this up like a little meeting space because there are some doors right here that we can close. So we're able to do Bible studies in here, or if someone wanted to have a 12-step meeting in here. And then we actually had a donor give us this pretty awesome TV that we have, which now we're doing film screenings on Wednesdays and Fridays at 11 o'clock, and really trying to show movies I'm trying to show movies to prime revolution, to get people, like even today, we showed a movie about Skid Row and trying to get people talking about how the homeless can organize and start getting together, really just trying to instigate conversation. And anyway, we're doing our best to show some films too. And then, you got a restroom here. There's a couple restrooms down here. Let's walk back through this way. It's a pretty nice place though, man. I've really been digging it. We do only leather furniture for a reason. So it's kind of a mixed match, but I actually think it's looking pretty decent. But that way we're able to sterilize it at the end of each day. So I actually set some pretty high standards for the furniture. So it doesn't feel like it's trashy stuff, because that's what I want the nicest for people. But then also it has a practical reason. We can wipe all this down with Lysol or whatever at the end of the day. In this area here, there's another restroom here. There's another restroom right here. And then right here we have it's small, but we just have a little area where we keep clothing donations and toiletries and things like that. We're not like a full-on clothing closet kind of deal, but when we'll have folks that get out of the hospital without their clothes, or they'll have an accident, or something will happen, or they haven't changed in 2 weeks, and we'll try to have something, or hygiene products for them to take care of themselves. These may be moving to another area. I'll show you right in here real quick. Before we get to that area, though, this is our free market, where basically people can come and shop, which, as you can see right now, has some really empty shelves. We got in this location the last weekend. Well, we got here in May, but we didn't open until the last week of May. And actually, we had the shelves stocked to the ceiling when we opened the last week in May. And if you looked at our numbers, January, February, March, April, May, you would see no blip. You wouldn't realize we moved. You wouldn't realize anything happened. In that 1 week in May we were open, we gave away over 2,400 pounds of food, or 2,600 pounds of food, equivalent or right on par with what we were giving away over an entire month. This month we've already seen over 1,000 people, and we've over doubled the people coming in. And so even those numbers of the weight we're giving out, so this month we've given close to 5,000 pounds of groceries away, but you can see we're weighing out the few cans of beans we have left. We had 88 people here today, and only maybe 5 were able to get groceries because we're running out. And so we have an ongoing need. Those numbers really only represent the quantity we're able to get and supply. The need here is substantial. This new location is perfect for us. We're right between the Good Samaritan Inn, the Robles Park Housing Project, Homeless Helping Homeless. This is kind of the one little area in town where many of the poor live and are being pushed to. And it's why we wanted to plant this kind of oasis here. And at the same time, we need it to be stocked and continue to be replenished. And so we're working hard at that. And part of this is we're starting to plant gardens in an aquaponics system so we can start raising some of our own food. But we also are going to rely on a lot of our grocers and people that give us stuff. This little room right here at this point is not used. It was storage since we moved in. So we've since got a shipping container for storage outside. And we're going to clean this room up and paint this room. This might be where the toiletries will end up going. Right here in this room, it's just another bathroom. There's a toilet and a shower. This is the only shower in the building. It's not in great shape, so I got to do a little work on the shower, and then I want to get this room real nice. And what we'll do is a couple hours on certain days of the week, we'll have people can come in, and basically we'll have someone stationed in here and say, look, you can have 10 minutes in the shower. Do you need any toiletries? We'll be able to give them, you know, here's some toothpaste, here's some soap, here's some conditioner, here's a towel or whatever, and let them go. And then 8 minutes, okay, you got a couple minutes left, let them out. But while they're in there, get the next person ready. And so over the course of 2 hours, you can probably do about 12 people. And that's what I think what we'll probably be able to do each day or a few days a week. We're still trying to figure out exactly. We've offered showers in the past at our old location. And we've done this before, but we're still just setting up. So that's just one of the things we're getting into. If you step right in here, this is just our basic prep area. So we have a little kitchen upstairs where food will actually be cooked and prepared. But down here, like during the day, like I said, we'll serve lunches and we'll serve coffee and we'll serve snacks, and we'll serve those out of here. So we can use these sternos and things, or soup warmers or coffee warmers to keep that stuff going. So this is like a little back room for downstairs for staff and volunteers to come into and get their coffee and get their cookies or get whatever it is. If you want to step right out back, I'll show you out here. On every Thursday night, we have a meal here called the Banquet, and it's a mess right now because we're cleaning up in here. So we drug all this stuff out here, but we put up this awning here over this paved area, and so we'll have what we call the Banquet. It's a meal we've been doing for over 5-6 years now, and it's every Thursday night, and we'll just set tables out here, kind of. What do they call it? Al fresco dining. Just have like kind of an outdoor dining room set up. Try to play some music. Just try to set it up real nice for people to gather. And so we'll do that right here. And I just thought, I wanted to bring you guys out here to show you that. I guess we can walk back inside and I'll show you kind of what we have going on upstairs. So if you want to walk right back upstairs here. This back here is not necessarily like public area. This is more like where we do offices and staff meetings, or we're having a donor get together here soon, and we'll set the upstairs up actually tomorrow night. But this is kind of our main. This is our main like gathering space, meeting space. There's a couple offices, one over here and here, and then an extra bathroom right here. You guys need to scoot through. It's okay. If you want to, let me show you this here. This is actually, July 4th, we're actually putting this outside. I was mentioning trying to raise our own food. We're going to put in an aquaponics system, like a big swimming pool that will raise tilapia in. It'll also feed many of the plants. The model we're putting in, I think it's supposed to feed like a family of 4, like a couple meals a day, like 365 days a year if it's functioning at full capacity. We're going to get that put in. We're going to just get that started. We're all really excited about that. We've secured the funding for it, and now it's just get the build day, and we'll be putting that in. I guess that's like in a week or two. Let me show you right in here. This is a tiny kitchen, but this is where we keep all of our main tools. So we have, this is where it really goes down. Like when we actually make meals and make dinners and things like that, we'll do that in here. It's basically like a little house kitchen, a little oven or whatever. We got a lot of our tools in here, and so we'll come in here. really, we have a couple guys. One is a line cook at at a nice fine restaurant, and then another guy who's actually come out of years of hotel management and running a hotel restaurant as a chef. And those guys will come in throughout the week and take. We get many donations that are perishable that we can't give away fast enough. They're turning, they're going to go bad. And so what they'll do is start preparing those as meals before they go bad so that we can serve them as lunches and this kind of thing. And it's really great for someone that's eating canned food that has nowhere to go to like cook. If you're actually out on the street, they can come in here and actually just have it's nice to have like, I don't know, a tomato soup and a grilled cheese, or like they've been making lasagnas and they've been making all kind of different things. And actually, we got some pretty great cooks that are doing some stuff here. So this is where it goes down right here. A couple shipping containers that were actually really generously just donated to us. This one actually, the doors weren't quite working, so we just chained it up here. We've given it a good fresh paint job and everything. And what this is, and we're lovingly calling our recycle bin. But what we're doing is starting a bike co-op. So we've got a lot of bikes and parts, and I don't know how far back in there, but we've been parting out all these bikes that were impounded, damaged, broken, hit by cars. We're just gathering as many of them as we can and then stripping them, so we get a pile of wheels and a pile of brakes and a pile of gears and everything, derailleurs and every single part of that, so we can begin to piece back together. So that's why, cycle cycles really. And so we're doing our best to do that. And what we're doing is we are giving them away, but what we're asking is, look, if you need a bicycle, come in here and put one together. Let's work together, teach guys how to work on their bikes, build their own bikes up, build bikes for their communities. It does a few things. It helps with bike ownership, take pride in their bike. It's good work to do, to invest in your own thing that you need. And then also, it kind of pays it forward. People will then get, guys have gotten bikes and then just kept coming back because it's exciting and they're learning about working on bikes and and we just got this started. I think we've given away 6 bikes already, and we're just really excited about this. And so this is a new initiative that we're working hard to see go. Right behind you here, as soon as we got on the property, my wife, who runs, she's kind of heads up what we call the Eve Project, which is really our urban gardening kind of food production initiative. They're the ones helping us with the aquaponics. She just dropped this herb garden in like the day we got here. They came over and put it in. The cooks use this just to come out and get some basil or mint or whatever they need for their meals. It's small. It's really a symbol for us. It's like a statement of intention. We wanted something here and say this is what we're going to do. We have a lot of land and we intend to raise a lot of food here. Obviously, it's going to take a lot of manpower, a lot of work, and a lot of time, but we wanted to get something here immediately, and so this is our little, kitchen herb garden or whatever. There's the other shipping container back there. That's really just back storage. I got a huge donation of cups in, so we can store our cups or things for our conscious party and things like that, which we also now do out under the tent, which is actually great. We had like 100 people here on the first conscious party we did at the new location. We're trying to really cut down on our waste stream, so whether it goes back into the gardens or cardboard or whatever, we're going to get some chickens to start consuming some of our scraps and things like that. And then there's this nasty pile of rotting compost, which actually I find really amazing. So we'll just put bags of leaves, which we store, and then any food scraps that are organic that we put out here, and we'll just continue to turn those. And we just got it started, but we're going to build that up. And then that's going to be a lot of the soil that we're able to put back into, so we don't see the value in the things that we throw away, but when we just let them decompose here, we're going to be able to put those back in and make rich soil to produce more food, which we intend to continue to do all over this property. And so anyway, it's a pile of dirt, but I think it's a valuable thing to see and work toward, so which I guess you could say that for about all of us. We're all part of the same compost heap, right? And I don't know, so inside this fence is where the aquaponics is going to go, but it's not here, so we'll see that another time, I guess.
Tell us, maybe we walk in the tent and tell us about the conscious part.
So right in here, I told you under this tent where we do the banquet, but also on the first Saturday of every month we have what we call the conscious party. So right up here will just be the front of the room. And so we'll make this kind of a stage and put some lights out here, some speakers. And what we do is really just set the stage, and we'll set a bunch of tables of food. It's kind of a potluck. The Conscious Party is an open source get together, so really like, you know, whatever food people bring, whatever poems people bring, whatever friends people bring, that's what makes up the party. And then we just set out chairs, and now that we have all this land, it's really great. We're able to just have people under the tent, but then also just filling up the yard. And what's cool is now we have speakers and run this main drag as we just play throughout the night, and different musicians and poets and whatever get up, start telling their stories. People hear it and come in off the street. We've only done it once here in this new location, but we're super excited about the potential. Really, I think it's going to be it always has been a great party. We've done it in 2, 3, 4 locations now, and now that we're here, we're going to bring it in. And anyway, this is just a great place, and where we do that kind of open mic. It's on the first Saturday of every month, and it's really one of my favorite things we do. It's just something we, get the whole community together. It's super diverse, both ethnically, economically, generationally. We've got from kids to old folks, rich, poor, just coming together, sharing their beauty and their pain and their stories and their songs and their culture. And it's just good. It's just good. To me, the work of art really is that, the community together. It's like that's kind of the picture of the kingdom, where we're all together, every tongue, tribe, nation kind of gathered together. And so anyway, we do that once a month, and it's pretty awesome.